Christian Baron, 3175 Whiskey, turn left heading 310, runway 9 clear for takeoff. No delay, traffic, Challenger, and a 5 mile final.
Left 310, clear for takeoff, no delay, 75 Whiskey.
And tower November 200 Golf Pop, hold and short runway 9, ready to go.
200 Golf Pop, same tower, roger.
You're up.
We see him, thanks.
We're 2247 kilo, turn right, flash southbound, square turn to final for departure.
Wind check.
Wind 11016, gust 25.
Roger.
Number 3175 Whiskey, contact Miami departure.
Over departure, 75 Whiskey. And Miami departure, Baron 3175 Whiskey is with you at a 0.8 for 2000.
Number 3175 Whiskey, Miami departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 3000.
Up to 3000, 75 Whiskey.
Number 3175 Whiskey, climb and maintain 7000, contact departure 126.05. Have a nice day.
Up to 7,000, 126, can you repeat that again?
Yeah, no problem, 126.05.
126.05, 75 Whiskey.
Miami departure, radar contact, climb, maintain 5,000.
Maintain 5,000, Southwest 251.
And Miami departure, Baron 3175 Whiskey is with you out of 2.4 for 7,000.
Baron 3175 Whiskey, Miami departure, roger. Southwest 1544, climb, maintain 16,000.
Climb, maintain 16,000, Southwest 1544.
Southwest 251, turn left heading 340.
Left heading 340, Southwest 251.
6,000, proceed direct arcs.
Southwest 251, climb, maintain 6,000, direct to arcs.
Southwest 1544, contact Miami Center 133.4.
334, Southwest 1544 today.
75 Whiskey, turn right heading 360.
Right, 360, 75 Whiskey.
Departure of 1644 with the passenger 1700 for 3000.
1644, Miami departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 5,000.
Climb at 5,000, up 1644.
Welcome aboard. We are cruising level 7,000 feet. Currently on the 030 heading. Looking to intercept the Victor 3. And we'll take that all the way up. Pretty much until our airport, St Augustine. So I'm glad you could join me today. It's a beautiful day. As you can see, we have a solid layer just below us. We're at 7,000. I'd say that layer is probably about 6,000 right now. So So I hope everyone's enjoying my video so far. Today I thought my topic would be about electronic flight bags. Specifically, I have the Fort Flight on my iPad, but I think it's more of a general conversation. I have a buddy of mine who is just learning to fly, and so I had this conversation with him regarding flight bags, and so hence prompted my idea for this discussion. So there's two schools of thought when it comes to electronic flight bags. There's the old school, which says that we can't count on them, they're not reliable, etc. You need to have paper charts as backup at all times if you are going to use them. And then there's the more of the new school of thought that says, well, they've kind of proven themselves to be reliable. I'm more in that new school of thought. I believe that they are pretty darn reliable. But just like anything in life, I always want backup, I always want redundancy, no matter what I'm doing. I mean, it's why we have multiple GPSs, it's why we have multiple radios. It's why we have multiple spark plugs and magnetos, and you know, backup redundancy when it comes to aviation is never a bad idea. As you can see, I'm currently still with the old school radios and nav, hoping that changes this year.
November 532 Delta Mike, contact Miami Center 132.25.
But even with that, I still would have an iPad. I still would have a Stratus as backup, and because redundancy is your friend. There's no reason not to take advantage of it when you can. So when you're talking redundancy, of course, then the question is, well, what does that mean, redundancy? And so for, you know, to different people, redundancy means different things. For me, my level of redundancy is pretty simple. I have the iPad. The iPad is giving me all my nav charts. I have a portable GPS, which is feeding my iPad, which is separate from, it's independent of everything in the airplane, and even when I do upgrade the avionics, I still will have the Stratus. To be determined if I'll have it running at all times or if I'll just have it standing by to be powered on at any given time. But I'll speak in current form. So currently I have the iPad, I have the Stratus, I have my iPhone 6 Plus sitting in front of me. I have Fort Flight loaded in both. I have them both updated at all times.
November 32 Golf, climb to requested VFR altitude, proceed on course.
And I pretty much leave my my iPhone off currently.
Down course, 5432 Golf.
Number 24 Delta Palm Beach Airport, 12 o'clock, 10 miles.
Got it in sight now, 24 Delta.
Number 24 Delta, 05, the approach in of...
So what I'll do is, when I'm flying a day like today, is I have it here, I have it all. If I'm flying hard IMC, I'll have it up and loaded and running. And even if I'm not flying quote-unquote hard IMC, if I'm shooting an actual instrument approach, that's anything close to, not even minimum, just a decent amount of it, you know, if I'm shooting an instrument approach, I will go ahead and have the approach plate loaded and running on my iPhone, so they'll be simultaneously in both at the same time. That way, in the event that either one were to crash for any reason, I automatically can just glance over at the other. I also keep my iPad powered with a cigarette lighter plug, so it's constantly being charged at all times. And the iPhone 6 Plus has the ability to run independent of the Stratus. So in the event that the Stratus dropped out, the iPhone rather, can still give me all the navigation information that I need as far as... as far as charts are concerned.
500 just to avoid the cloud bases here.
Number 32 Golf.
So I'd say that's a pretty good level redundancy. I do have an additional iPad, which I pretty much have, I don't take it out. In fact, I'd say it's 50-50 if I even bring it with me at any given time. But I do have it. And my future plan, my ultimate plan, is to replace the iPhone with an iPad mini. The iPad mini will be sitting here and my phone will be in my bag, which ultimately would be my third backup. Not that I need a third backup. I'm only thinking about the mini because I like the size a little better. On this yoke would fit perfectly and give me a little more viewing ability. So more of a personal preference than it is redundancy or backup or anything of that nature. But you know, an iPad, like anything, you know, the key to its reliability is you have to pre-flight it. You can't just take an iPad and pull it out. You can't use it like Google Maps and just pull it out when you're in the car driving somewhere because you need it. It's something that should be part of your pre-flight routine. Should be part of your planning ahead the night before when you're getting ready to plan for a trip the following day. You should pull your iPad out, make sure it's up to date, update the charts if need be, make sure it's charged. If it's not fully charged, go ahead and put it on charge. And make sure that it's good and ready. When you plan a flight in it, go ahead and use the pack feature. I have the entire US database in my iPad, but I'll still use the pack feature just for redundancy, just to be safe. It can't hurt, I got plenty of room, it's just memory, what does it matter? It doesn't affect me in any way. And then when you get out to the airplane, before you take off, you should, you know, fire up your iPad, make sure it's working. If you have a Stratus, make sure that's on, make sure that's working. And the iPad, you can come to a setting so you can actually view your devices and look at your connectivity with your iPad. I'm currently running the Stratus on battery. I'm not currently charging it. So keep an eye on what the battery level is. I'm currently at 91%. It's a short flight. It'll probably be at 85 when I land.
Number 75 Whiskey, contact Miami Center on 135.7.
Miami Center on 135.7, 75 Whiskey.
Number 24 Delta, contact Palm Beach approach 125.2.
25-2.
Good afternoon, Miami Center, Baron 3175 Whiskey's with you, level 7000.
Number 3175 Whiskey, Miami Center, Roger, Orlando, altimeter 3027.
027, 75 Whiskey. So go ahead and make sure it's working. Another thing that the Fort Flight has as a feature, and I'm sure they all do, is on the very bottom I can have an accuracy level at all times. So I can glance down and I see that my iPad is currently accurate to within 1 meter. So whether you're using a Stratus or you're using just your device by itself, keep an eye on that. It'll be a good indicator of what your iPad or what your electronic device is doing as far as being accurate for if you're using it for positioning. Same thing with your charts, part of your pre-flight. Go ahead and you know where you're going, pull up your charts, make sure your charts are there. Even if you're not using a geo-referencing, are your charts there, are they loaded? Just you know, confirm. I mean, you can confirm in multiple places on the Stratus. You can go to downloads and you can see that it's up to date. But you know, if you want to be a little old school, go ahead and pull up the actual charts. Look at the dates on the charts. Make sure they're accurate. It's little things like that that you can do that can make an iPad or any electronic device very reliable. Because it's not, I don't believe it's so much that the devices aren't reliable as much as I believe that people just aren't staying on top of them and making sure everything's right. For me, a little quirk I have is I actually have my iPad dedicated for flying. My iPhone obviously is my iPhone, but my iPad I don't load a bunch of apps in it. I know it's more than capable of it. I don't do it. I don't update it every time a new Apple comes out with a new update. I won't update it. If everything's working fine. If I am going to update it, I'll wait. Wait till I'll go to, Fort Flight and make sure that they signed off on the update. Even then, I don't need to be the first to the update. If it's working fine, I'm not having problems, then I'll give it a little bit of time. Let's see if anyone develops any problems. And then, after a month, no one's complaining, there's no issues. All right, then if I want the update for some reason, I'll update it. Or if Fort Flight's requesting it because it's an update from Fort Flight, then I'll update it. But every time you update any computer, as everyone by now knows, even a phone, there's always a potential for there being issues that weren't caught during R&D, during the beta testing. So, but with that being said, I wouldn't give it up. I don't know how we ever flew without them. I had charts, and my step before the iPad was, there was a company that came out with a book. It was a spiral-bound book that had every single chart, not approach plate, but every single chart for the entire U.S. in IFR in one book, and in VFR was broken down to 2 books. And so, even though I personally have never flown to California, it was nice knowing that I have everything with me at all times. Same reason why I have my iPad updated with the entire country in it. I have the room. It's nice to know I have it. It's nice to know it's capable of it. Why wait until I'm going to fly to California to then go and update it and put it in the California charts to discover I don't have enough memory or there's a glitch in the system or whatever. But with that being said, obviously, I think it's pretty clear. I'm a big fan. It's very clear I use them, and I will continue to use them. And
Number 32 Yankee Alpha, traffic, 11 o'clock, 6 miles northbound, altitude indicates 6,100.
And 3 Yankee Alpha, looking.
So I'll continue to use them unless the FAA at some point tells me they're not legal anymore, which I don't foresee happening, seeing as the airlines are starting to go to the electronic devices as well. So, well, that's my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. If you have a similar opinion or even something that counters my opinion, feel free to leave in the comments. I'm always open for discussion and debate. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll discuss anything and debate anything with anyone, whether I agree with them or not. I always love to hear people's opinions and their reasoning behind it. That's how I learn. That's how we all learn and we grow and we evolve. Not being closed-minded. So we're in cruise. I'm currently got a ground speed of 189 knots. About 166 indicated. About 50, looks like about 58 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I sit back, enjoy the rest of this flight, and I will check back in with you as we begin our approach.
Baron 75 Whiskey, runway 13, clear to land.
Clear to land 1375 Whiskey. Alright, clear to land. Slower down.
Wind check.
Clear land 011.
So 757, turn right, Bravo 2, contact ground.
Right Bravo 2 and over to ground, 757.
Right on 20, hold short of Bravo, go over to ground, 75 Whiskey.